Young News 9, man. Get him in here. You don't want to miss
What I
this,
wish I
bro.
knew at 18 instead of 28? That young Elder News 9 would be my go-to for all things news and more. Broadcasting live worldwide, we've got over 3 million listeners tuned in every day. From world news to stock markets, government topics to the quirkiest stories, we cover it all on Young Elder TV. And remember, folks, you heard it here first. Our friendly team brings you the latest scoops with a dash of that good old Southern charm. Whether you're curious about the latest political twists or need the lowdown on the economy, we're your go-to source. We make sure you're always in the know, in the most engaging and entertaining way possible. So buckle up, y'all. It's time to dive into the world of Young Elder News 9, where the news is always fresh, fun, and downright fascinating. Stay tuned, spread the word, and remember, you heard it here first. Young Elder News 9, the hottest show in the game.
Young News, man. We live. And like we said it, and we told you, wean yourself off the government, man. We already told y'all what the time was. We already been putting it out, man. Rod and I already told you, you know, what's going on now. So now Trump is going after the lazy suckers, like I told you, who been sitting on their behind, they fat behind, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, getting assistance from the government. We told you if you get assistance from the government, you better wean yourself off the government. We told y'all this 5 months ago. We put out the Trump tape. Hey, Hakeem, let me see this phone. I'll give it back to you in a minute, brother. No sweat. So if you're tuning in, this is Donald Trump unleashed the Kraken. That Kraken, Donald Trump went straight in and got it cracking, cuz. On everybody that's sitting around acting like you in the wheelchair, like you got disability, but we saw you 2 weeks ago bowling at the bowling alley, and we saw you shooting pool at the pool or hall for money, but then when it come down and getting that check from the government, you are faking like you in the wheelchair. So now this is the crunch on the American people. Go back and get the playlist I put out called Pump for Trump. Now make sure you pump for Trump now. Because everybody, it's some suckers that came on and said, oh, Rod Hayes and Young Elder set the people up. We set the people up. They told us to go for Trump. No, we didn't tell you to go for Trump. We didn't tell you to vote even, period. Me and Rod never said vote, period. What the hell is he talking about? What the hell is this guy talking about? We said that, look, Trump gonna win. This is the Big Mama's Trump card. Trump gonna win. Why Trump gonna win? Because Trump is the liquidator. Trump is liquidating U.S. Corps. So right now he's liquidating the assets. So he got to call all the loans. They got to call anybody, any leaks. He got to see what all leaks at. You got to understand the liquidators, okay? So if I was a liquidator, what I would do is I would come in, I would find out, okay, what we being robbed at? Who we giving money to that we're not supposed to be giving money to? And you know what? Found to find out they was giving Canada $300 and some billion a year. $300 and some billion a year. You know what Trump said? Trump comes in, and I ain't rooting for Trump. I'm just telling you, this is what they doing. This ain't got nothing to do with us, really. It's American U.S. courts coming in and liquidating all of the assets. All right, so listen to what I'm telling you. All right, so Canada's getting $300 and some billion a year from U.S. courts. And so Trump say, look, man, why we giving y'all this money again to the Prime Minister of Canada? He said, well, we don't know, but it's been, it's just something that we've been doing. And he said, what? He said, look, either y'all gonna figure out why we're giving you this money, or because he said that what would happen if the U.S. Corp stopped paying y'all this $300 and some billion a year, right? He said, well, Canada would cease to exist. This is what the Prime Minister told Trump, that Canada would cease to exist if U.S. Corp stopped paying them $300 and some billion a year. And you know what Trump told the Prime Minister? He said, well, it's either two things going to happen. Either Canada is going to cease to exist, Or they finna come the 51st state of the United States courts? How you want to do it? Trump told them how they want to do it, right? So that's the first cutoff. Then you got, it's a whole bunch of cuts being happened. We already told you, Plan 2025 is the Trumponomics, Reaganomics. Go back to Reaganomics. This is Reaganomics, man. And you think them rich people when they get out, when them rich people start, the rich people, but see, Trump a little different though. This was gonna make it tricky. Because Trump ain't gonna really cut the rich neither. So you see, this shit gonna get crazy. Because Trumponomics is a little tweaker, a little different tweak than Reaganomics. It's a minor tweak. Because Trump is a rich guy. Ronald Reagan was a rich guy too, but Trump he ain't gonna squeeze the rich as much as Ronald Reagan did on the back end. And Ronald Reagan didn't really squeeze the rich. He really gave his rich a whole bunch of cuts, hoping they would trigger the money down, but they never did. Right? So what we're looking at right now is Trumponomics. We cutting back on food stamps. We told you if you was getting a lot of food stamps, now they finna go checking everything. How many kids you got? What you want? How much? What you got going on? Make sure you ain't robbing them. They trying to make sure you ain't robbing them. The Social Security, everybody, they finna make everybody check all their stuff. Sit down, Hakeem. They finna make everybody check their stuff because they got to get the make cuts. And so Trump coming in to liquidate all the assets. It's gonna take about maybe 2 or 3 years. Maybe on the third and a half year, that's when they're gonna say, all right, well, we done. We can't do nothing else. We gone. Boom. That's when chaos is gonna break out. 3.5 years of peace, and then boom. Especially if they put a bullet in Trump, which their intentions. Their intentions is to take Trump out, and that'll call that being that he came and so-called saved United States courts. They gonna, because he really saving United States courts, because he finna. It's like, man, it's really hard to explain, but it's like this: Trump finna come giving them what they owe you to put you into another mix, because they finna start the national ID. Go look it up. Trump finna mandate this national ID. It's already in the books. They got it written down. It's like in May something. They want everybody to start getting them by having them by May or March. Go look it up. Look up real ID. So Trump gonna get rid of the DMVs in every state, and it's gonna be only federal DMVs. And you ain't gonna even have a driver license like you got no more. You're gonna have a real ID, which is gonna be your driver license and your ID all in one. Then they're gonna RFD chip. That's the new thing, which is called a Neuralink, that's created by Trump's right-hand man, Elon Musk, who was a part of the Roman Empire. He let us know that with his Hitler's Ashtar command, salute. So that's all tied in together. So and it all plays out with Donald Trump first coming in and pretty much winning the American hearts of the people, because he's sticking it to the guys. He's sticking to all the guys that's sitting around laying on their behind. We told y'all, go back and get a tape we put out. We're gonna have it in the links in this description. It's called "Wing Yourself Off the Cover." Then we got one called 2025 Plan 2020. We put that out before Trump even won the election. And we did a tape a long time ago called "What Would Happen After the Eclipse," and we said that Trump would come in, and that this would be the fall of Mystery Babylon, like Revelations chapter 14 mentioned. So at this point, what you're seeing is you're gonna see more crackdowns on women that's sitting around collecting Social Security from two different dudes for the same child. Now, how that happened? You collected Social. It was a woman. I knew a woman collecting Social Security not Social Security, child support from two different dudes, and it was only one child for one child. Now, how the system ain't rigged? How is that happening? And the judge, the dudes went and found out about it. The judge still made both of them pay. Now and the lady wasn't really getting no money anyway. They taking all the money. So ain't that some kind of hustle? Let's say if both of these brothers paying $400 a month, and they got to pay that to the courts because the courts made the ruling, right? And so when they go in and say, hey, man, well, how you got both of us paying? One of us can't be paying. Both of us can't be paying. They said, well, it don't matter. Since you was paying already, and then you both y'all paying, y'all can keep paying. Get up out of my court, right? And they collect, check this out, they collected $400, but they only giving her $100 out of all of what they paying. So they giving her $200 out of the $800. They collecting $600. So child support been rigged. It's been rigged. They've been getting over on brothers. And then some brothers make $1,200 every 2 weeks, and they take $1,000 a week out that every 2 weeks out that brother check, leave him with $200, and that brother can't even live and get to make it with a work off that type of shit. This is the type of system that been setting up. Now Trump is going after that a little bit after that system. Hakeem, you want to say something? Trump, so that system has always been jacked up because if you go really look into the laws of it, it was never to benefit the child. The child support was never to benefit the child, it's to benefit the state. Go check it out. Go do your research on that. The corps, the state of Maryland, or the state of this, is never to benefit the child. So they collect all that money and then get the child $200 a month. Now these brothers working out, busting their ass, paying $400 every month, and then they only giving the child the mother $200 out of that, and they call that a good deal, or they call that a fair square exchange, and then make those two brothers still pay after they fact. I know some, man, I'm gonna tell you, that's just one incident. Another incident, a brother was paying child support for about 4 or 5 years, and then he had to sneak up and got a DNA test, found out that the baby wasn't his. He went to court and said, hey, man, this ain't my kid. You know, why y'all got me paying $1,800 a month? Because the brothers was making some money, right? The brothers was making some good money. So they had this brother paying like a crazy, like a football, like a crazy number, man, like $1,800 a month, because he was making like, thousands a month. But they had him paying like $1,800 a month. And he found the kid wasn't his, got the DNA and everything to prove it. And they still made that brother pay after the fact. Say that since you've been paying and taking care of him this long, you all to keep taking care of him. Get up out of my court. And out of the $1,800 that he paying, how much you think that that woman was getting? So that's that type of thing. Then you got people that claiming kids on their taxes that ain't theirs. Donald Trump finna crack down on that. You got to go back. We already told you this. Wean yourself off the government. If you go back to what Trump was doing when he first was in there, what was Trump doing when he first was in office? He was making people pay back student loans, garnishing people's tax returns and all of it. He was already doing this. This is the liquidation of United States Corp, the fall of Mystery Babylon. We told you to get ready for it 4 or 5 months ago. People didn't think Young Elder just be talking and don't know what he's saying. And we told you, Rod told you, that's what this is all about. And here we go. This is the beginning of the unleashing of the Kraken by Donald Trump. Trust and believe. So you better win yourself off the government. Well, it's really too late now. So by May, you will be hanging out the dry almost. If you was getting $1,800 a month on your disability, be ready to get $1,200 to $1,000 because they don't got no more money. They got to cut back, make sure nobody ain't hustling them no more. This is what the game is all about. So everybody he cheering for Donald Trump, while Donald Trump is really pretty much cutting y'all off. He's gonna cut y'all off from government assistance and what they really owe y'all. They owe y'all a fucking lifetime of how long they've been screwing over the American people. They owe the American people a lifetime. But they had to roll y'all out for 3, pacify y'all, and give y'all a whole bunch of money. Look, you listen at this, y'all. Listen to the American people. They finna give y'all a lot of money to try to settle with y'all. But what you do with that money depends on how you come up in the game. You better take that money and get some real money, because the money they gonna give you ain't gonna be real money. It's gonna be fiat, federal note. You know the game. So take that money that Trump finna give y'all, all this money, all these tax cuts, all these different breaks he finna give you, and turn that money into some real money. Buy you a tractor. buy you some land, and then convert it over into a trust. Buy you some, start you a business. That's something that will be self-efficient without the government assistance. Especially if you're getting government assistance. Man, they finna lead the less and the fortune. This is the age where only 2025 is the age of truth, and it's only the strong will survive. This is the time where only the strong will survive. I'm telling you, man. And if you ain't strong, you gonna fade out, and you gonna be begging and coming to somebody hoping that they'll become your God and give you what you need. Because if God is if you need that person, they become your God, and that's how the government get back in control. So that's what we came to tell you, man. Take this money that Trump gonna roll out for everybody. Take this money that Trump gonna roll out for everybody, and keep in mind, never trust the government. We ain't never trust the government. Talking about Hakeem, right? He just do this only when I go live. Like when I get off, he gonna just sit back in his chair and twirl his thumb. Huh? You want your phone back? Here you go. Be sit down, and leave me alone, man. He gonna don't turn that phone up loud, boy. Says yeah. So take that money, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. Trump finna give us a lot of cuts. A lot of money finna be, the economy finna boom, they finna flood the economy to try to really give y'all what they owe y'all. And it's really not even good because they gonna give you a whole bunch of money and then hoping you don't know to turn it into real money. And then they gonna disappear on you and say, oh, well, the money's not worth anything. Because that money's not gonna be worth, look, paper money will not be worth nothing in 4 years from now. You are burning in your furnace. 4 years from now, maybe less. But 4 years from now, paper money, you can wipe your behind with that and flush it down the toilet. That's how much it's gonna be worth. So all you good old niggas that hold that stack of money, talking about you got some money, you better turn that shit into some real money. Telling you better turn that shit into some real money, or else that shit ain't gonna be nothing. No, ain't nobody gonna accept it. They already saying they don't want it right now. Mr. Elijah Muhammad said the fall of United States Corp is the fall of the dollar. The first is the fall of the dollar. That's what's going to happen. The dollar's already nobody believing it no more around the world. But only thing that's bagging the dollar right now is the military, U.S. military. We got the most baddest military in town. So if you don't like our dollar, well, you know what I'm saying? You know what you can do. That's how America feel right now. But in 4 years from now, you can take that dollar, that fiat currency, and you can wipe your butt with it. That's how much it's gonna be worth. Watch what I tell you. If you think we Damien. This is how it all plays out. This is the end. This is what you've been waiting on. This is the big one. This is the Revelations. Oh, this is the Revelations chapter. This is the Revelations, the tribulation, all that. We coming into that time, the end of this system, the end of this cycle, the end of all that, the end. You know what I'm saying? The end of them. We've been here every cycle, so it's the end of they rule because they ruled during the moon cycle. The devil ruled during the moon cycle. As moon cycles up, we're going into the golden age. We're going to the golden age right now. Stay tuned as I'm telling you, man. So it's our time to shine as Nubians. The truth will come out. I guess if you want me to go to all right, like it. All right, so yeah. The truth will come out. So Donald Trump unleashed the Kraken. If you're just not coming in, hit that subscribe button. Donald Trump unleashed the Kraken on the I can't say the lesser fortune, the sorry suckers who around sitting on the couch and collecting money from the government and ain't doing nothing. Collecting a check from the government and sitting on their behind. Getting assistance from the federal assistance from the government. And they down there digging in their behind and they don't want to get off their behind and even wash their behind. They don't even want to wash their own behind. And then people out here working, busting their behind in the U.S. Corps, and they for the U.S. Corps and paying taxes really to the crown. So, because you really pay taxes to the British crown, you don't really pay tax. The taxes don't really go to the government; it goes to the British crown and the private-owned Federal Reserve, who collect $8 million an hour. I think it's maybe a minute. $8 million in entrance a minute on your national debt, and you can't pay it back. Why? Because you don't got no money to pay it back. Fiat is not money. So at this point, you're watching Donald Trump. If you just not tuning in, you're watching Donald Trump liquidate U.S. the last finishing move to the U.S. courts. This is winging the American people off. The Trumponomics. This is why we paying you again. Trump asking all these we paying Japan, we paying Israel, right? We paying the $5 Indians. Trump said we don't want to pay after May. We ain't paying the $5 Indians no more. You're not the real Indians. Come on, man. Ain't nobody getting over on United States Corps no more. That's what Trump coming in and tell them. Now we root for Trump. Hell no, we won't go. Right? And do we give a damn about the money Trump putting out, giving out? No. Hell no. We won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
You didn't get a chance to talk the other day. You're traveling.
Yeah.
You're still talking.
Yeah. I have a meeting right here every day when I come right here.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah. See, this dude right here just steady trying to get at me about that square business, ain't it? But I don't talk to them because they ain't with us. He play the blue law. Right? We ancient Egyptians. We the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek. Right? Because he ain't a part of that. So we can't talk to him. I can talk to him and probably tell him what he know, what he think he know. But back to this Trumponomics or Reaganomics. Right? So step your game up, look alive, stay alert. Just watch the shit unfold, man. Watch. Like a lot of people get cut. That's getting assistance from all these immigrants that's get money coming over here. I saw a lady that was from that came over here. Check this out. Look how they been doing this, y'all. And as Nubians, we shouldn't be mad at what's going on. Look how they doing us. Somebody came over here from like Germany or somewhere. They gave her $10,000 in food stamps and $5,000 in cash, U.S. Corp, onto her card. And she lied and said she had 11 kids and all and didn't have no kids, just her husband. They was immigrants that got $15,000 off the government of the money that U.S. American people pay. But somebody's over here, somebody that was already over here, who got 3 kids, who's a single mother, who's a Nubian sister, goes to work, right? And been working all her life, and she just so happened to lose her job. And boom, she go to get food stamps, and you know how much money they give her? How much food stamp they give her? $21. It's all you and your kids worth, $21. And this is what Trump is after. Trump is out to stop this type of robbery. America, U.S. Corp is being, because it's like this. Since they were robbing everybody, the universe sent everybody to rob them subliminally. United States Corp's been getting robbed by everybody because they robbed everybody. It's like a thing for a thing. That's how the universe works. So why the U.S. Corp's been stealing from us, somebody else stealing from them, and then Trump coming in like the LP, loss prevention. No, they got loss prevention. So Trump coming in as loss prevention to cut all of the ties, all the losses. See, then once they get through cutting everybody off to see how much money they got, then that's what a liquidation is. To finish the assets out, see who all owe us, what we owe them. Let's pay out everybody we owe. Let's go look up what a liquidator do. Study what a liquidator is about. He said, hey, go ahead, you buy crypto now. Buy crypto now. That's a smart, hey, right now. That might be a smart idea right now because crypto is finna go through the roof for probably like the next, between now and it's probably gonna go up, man, for sure. It's probably gonna go up probably now in the next couple months. And then what it is, it's gonna be a crypto heist. Check this out. So you can get some money right here, but you gotta be smart and you gotta be sneaky, just like them. When you get, hey, if you put $20 in there and you make 40, get on, get in, get out. You see what I'm saying? Get in there, get out of there. Like my uncle say, get in there, get out of there. Right? Buy low, get out high. But don't try to go be greedy though, because they'll pull that fast one like they did with Elon Musk. Now listen to what I'm telling you, because Elon Musk, all these people in bed together. Crypto is a good thing to get in right now. If you got a couple dollars laying around, just throw you a couple dollars on there and just sit back, because these suckers try to get up on us, we'll be up with them. You see what I'm saying? But don't go crazy and put all your eggs in one basket thinking you finna score gold like the leprechaun, because that shit ain't no real money. Crypto's not real money. The anarchists didn't come here looking for no crypto. They came here looking for gold. That's real money, crazy. Crypto is some imaginary computer shit. It's just like playing at the slot machine in the gambling shack. See what I'm saying? So yeah, play the game, but don't be no damn fool and get robbed blind for everything you got. Talking about some crypto. Do you know what crypto really means? Go look it up. To get back to us. So, Donald, if you're just not coming in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Donald Trump unleashed the Kraken on the lazy suckers who sitting around digging in their behind and collected $800 of money in food stamps and $1,200 from the government, and they ain't never did nothing to try to make no money, and they got working hands and everything. While a military veteran who went over and fought for his country, lost his leg, and he come back, and they give him a hard time on giving him some food stamps. But some lazy sucker who been sitting on the couch all their life playing the video game to get $800 a month. This what's been going on in the government. But now Trump is back, right? Trump is back in there to unleash the Kraken. And you think we root for Trump? Hell no. We've been told you this. Wean yourself off the government. This is U.S. Corp closing out the contract. That's why you had that Bible upside down in front of that church, because we closing out the contract with the nomos. Those who claim to know the most. You see? And the nomos, they tricky. It's hard to rock around. You know, if you have to rock around with the nomos, you know, they tricky, man. No Ashtar command, which is why you saw these people. Hey, you dealing with Ashtar command taking over the government right now, because the nomos is Ashtar command. Ashtar command is taking over your government, and they finna try to make it look like, oh yeah, we coming to help you. We come in peace. Yeah, okay. We don't trust Ashtar command. So what else you got? Now run, tell them. We already told them. Wing yourself off the government, man. You still got a little time to set up something, because Trump gonna do you a severance pay. So he gonna give you a lot of money. Then he ain't gonna cut you off at one point. So like he might cut your Social Security down. Well, Social Security really ain't gonna get cut down. That ain't gonna be one thing that he out there. He probably gonna either even help Social Security for the first couple years. It's probably gonna get more money on Social Security. Probably gonna get more money on Social Security. But like stuff like, well, people they lying on the paperwork and shit. They finna get more tighter on that. And they was doing that when he was in the first time, you see? Let me pull up a little more. We jam tight. So we just wanted to bring that to you, man. This is what you do when you get a chance, send this tape out to everybody. And yeah, so say what it says invest in what? Yeah, invest in yourself. And buy you a business, buy you something that you know people gonna need and want, and be able to buy you the equipment to be able to mass produce that. Be able to mass produce that, man. Buy you some. If you bake pies, start baking pies and selling them. Get you a food truck. I see a lot of brothers on Instagram. A lot of these young brothers on Instagram that started them a food truck, right? And this shit tight. A lot of these brothers that started them a food truck online, right? They selling these stews and things of that nature. So them brothers then branched off and started their own thing. And so you're gonna get a chance for these first 3 years, maybe you'll get a chance to get your own thing going because the government ain't gonna be your bet. I'm telling you, man. Get your own thing going. Start baking pies. If you a pie baker, if you especially if you got your grandma living, your grandma, get your grandma recipes and start selling them pies, sisters. Or start sewing. Start get you a trade. Start using your trade. That's what's going. That's the only thing that's gonna work in this new system. Hey, come on, y'all. Y'all want me to get off? Y'all want to get? See, y'all hear him in the background. It says, "Get you a trade, man." It says, yeah. Say somebody said about the bull runs. Yeah, so the market is about to be a bull market, probably to the summertime. The bull market. My brother just said he hit 50,000 on them the other day. Off of he didn't tell me what stock. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring my brother on. They calling him Mark Buffett. They calling my brother Mark Buffett now. Since he got out of jail, he didn't made probably like about $60,000 just out the stock market. And a long time ago, I got him hooked on the stock market, and I just stopped messing with it, right? But he kept going, and now he when he went to jail, he sat there and read books on it and stuff. Now he done got out of jail, and now he done made $60,000 on the stock market in the last couple of months since he been out. So I'm gonna bring my brother on and let him tell you what he got going with the stock market for you guys that like that type of stuff. And he maybe can tell you some of the things that he doing to make his money. Cause man, this dude said he making $1,200 a day just off of just making plays like trades and different. He said some other stuff that I don't know what the hell you was talking about because I didn't get that deep into it. But I'm gonna let him come on and talk about that one day about how he getting the money like that. Man, nigga made $60,000. He hit him with 50 because he be dropping like 5 and something like that because when he got out, he had a lot of money, put back. So when he just took that money, and actually before he went in, he put the money on the stock market. And so what happened is before he went in, he dropped like about 50 on the stock on like a dividend stock. So every time when he was in jail, every couple 3 months or so, he was getting paid like $700 in dividends off this stock. He'll come on when he come on, he'll tell you all this, right? About how he was making the $700 a month, $713 or whatever a month. And then he'll tell my cousin, since he was already in jail, he'll just tell my cousin take the $700 and just rebuy the stock. Just buy $700 worth of stock and just let it keep going that. So every time he would get dividends on that stock every 3 months or whatever, he would just tell my cousin reinvest the money in that stock. So that's what happened. So when he got out of jail, that's how he had all this money to get started back with. And so what he would do is he just been hitting them. He got set up with some of the money, then he just started hitting them on the stock market. So I'm gonna, to make a long story short, I'm gonna bring him on and we might do it like a Wall Street tape or something, where he tell you his methods, some of his methods that he using to make this money, how he making it, man. Because he really doing good in the stock market right now. And I don't really like the stock market because I think the stock market, man, I don't know, just me. I'm real spooked out about it. We get with it a little bit, but I'm real spooked out about the stock market because it seems like it be doing good. Like it's doing good now because I ain't in it. As soon as I get in it, everything crash. Everything just, it just seems like when we go get in it, boom, now it's crashing. I remember Microvision. I remember they had Microvision up there. Microvision was like at $9. Then that shit went to like $29, right? Well, it went from $9, then it went to 17, 18. We had got in on it. Then it went up to $29. And then overnight, behind the table, they said that they made an announcement in the it's like this little chat room called a bull chat, where all these guys be in there talking about what's going to be the next hot stock, right? It's called a bull chat, right? And they said that in that bull chat, they said that it said micro the day before they said micro vision finna blow to the next level, right? We got in it, and then when we got in it, it blew to the next level. And then the next day they said, man, well, since he's in it, we wonder who the hell he was. Since he's in it, it ain't worth nothing. It's what the elites came and made a fucking announcement and said that since he's in it, the micro vision is not worth nothing. And then that shit crashed the next day, and we lost all of our money. The next day, Elon Musk did the same thing to us on Dogecoin. But whatever my brother's doing, I'm gonna bring him on and let him tell y'all what the hell, for you guys that like that type of thing, and let him tell you what he doing. He mostly interested in like all stocks, dividend stocks. That's what he be like. He mostly interested in like electric cars. That's mainly what he been into, like the electric car stocks. The new he said that that all these gas pumps finna go out. He said if there ain't finna be no more gas pumps, it's finna be all electric pumps, stations. And he said that that Nokia, it was another one that he called off. He said Central Point, I think it was Center Point Energy or one of them ones. He said that they about to have new gas stations and start building gas stations all over the place for electric cars because of Elon Musk and Trump, right? Elon Musk and Trump, right? And that's why, and the Trump is in on building them gas stations. So all of a sudden now, all the electric stocks and electric gas station shit finna start booming through the roof for the next couple of years because they finna unleash that once he cut all the plant. Listen to this. Once Trump make all the cuts, this what's happening now, right? To unleash the Kraken. He gonna then take a whole bunch of money to try to soup America up into the future. With Elon Musk technology. And one of them things is promoting the electric cars, cyber trucks, all these different electric cars for Elon Musk. And pretty much they finna turn all government cars into Elon Musk finna be making all the government cars. Listen to what I'm telling you. Elon Musk finna make the cars for the convoy for the president. Elon Musk finna make all the cars for government cars. And then pretty much half of the city buses and the train stations are already electric. You see what I'm saying? So all government Elon Musk finna get I don't know how much, might be $1 trillion contract with U.S. Corp to make all U.S. federal vehicles. Watch what I tell you, man. And they probably even working on some advanced weapon technology down in Elon Musk shit they're gonna have for the military. I know the robots is part of that. But this is what's going on. That's what we wanted to come and tell you. So that's why my brother was telling me that, hey man, this electric shit that with the Elon Musk thing and the Trump thing, and with how everything going, I'm hitting it big out this electric shit. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for get in on that electric shit, right? But I'm gonna bring him on, let him tell you more about what his angle and how he look at shit. Because he got a certain way he look at things. But the stock market will crash. The stock market gonna really go out and it's gonna crash. Then they're gonna have what you call a reset. Well, we gonna American people gonna control it instead of these off-world guys that's really controlling it. The American people, once it gonna crash, they have a reset. But it's gonna take probably like 6 months to a year for the reset. So be ready for that too. And that's what I'm saying. People that's on crypto, be careful because they finna rob you. This gonna be a heist. Crypto finna rob people. How? They gonna run the score up. They gonna get you to see the score going up. You gonna start putting money in it, more money in it, and then once they get it up to a certain point, they gonna rob you just like they just did just recently. And they had one guy to be a scapegoat for the whole scheme. One guy was the scapegoat for the whole scheme. And they say, oh yeah, well this guy robbed you. He would try to go hide in South America, but we caught him and we made him disappear. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he disappeared, all right. with $1.2 trillion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could disappear with $1.2 trillion too. Nigga, with $1.2 trillion, I can turn into a pile of smoke, nigga. Like poof, nigga. I can pull a Batman so fast with $1 trillion. Man, please. You know what I'm saying? Just like that they robbing, man. So don't take that money and invest it in you starting instead of going and putting it on crypto. Listen to what I'm telling you, brother. You'll be better off instead of putting that money on crypto. They go buy you a cooler full of water, put some ice in it, and stand on the corner and sell a bottle of water and flip your own goddamn money. Flip your own money, cuz. Go back to the old ways. All my old school hustlers. Flip your own money. Buy you some shit for 10, make you 20 off of it. Buy you some pie crust, whatever you make, a lot of y'all got talent that you ain't even using. You just laying it lay dormant, and you can be using that talent to make money off of it. So use your talents and make you some money, man, and turn that money into some real money. Gold, silver, diamonds, etc. Land, that part. And on that note, we out of here, y'all. Wadu. Peace.